I could see you doing that. You were growing
100%,
and like just who you were, like hanging out with us when you came into the group, the circle of friends that you have now. You know, like you were just growing, man. You're a beautiful flower.
Thanks, Ray. I appreciate it.
You're a grower, not a shower.
I thank Alex for that because she changed my life. When I met her friends, they were, I met fantastic people. I met so many cool people through her, but of course she had good friends. She's so lovely. She's like just such a nice person. So,
hey, what's the saying? Like behind every good man is an even greater woman. I strongly live by that for sure.
She's the best thing ever happened to me, and that's the truth. She is.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
She
Fucking
is.
A, man. Yeah.
Yeah. She's my future. Like, I wanted a better future, and I knew I wanted a different life, and I was working hard and all that. But I needed that partner in crime.
Yeah.
Dude, 100% respect, man. For real, man. Like,
she'd 100% rob a bank with you, bro.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Hey.
Oh shit!
And
I could see
it was completion.
You're the getaway driver. She's the one that's fucking everyone up. Like,
pretty much. That's why I got to miss.
I got McDonald's on the way. I'm in.
Yeah.
Dudes of the round table.
Hey, yo, but sorry to get off topic
No,
quickly, but to go back onto the business side of things, bro. Obviously, we all know we're in a pandemic still, technically. I mean, Perth isn't, but everyone else is, so suck a
running
dick,
the world
Melbourne.
right
No, I'm kidding. Shout out to our Melbourne followers. I'm kidding. Shout out to the Eastern State followers and everyone else. Nah, but going back to the business side of things, bro. So you said you started the business as COVID was pretty much kicking off, correct?
Yeah, it was started off as a way to help me make up enough money to help us get by, and then it started to really do well. And there's more to the story actually. My boss caught wind of the boss who I was working for at the time, COVID, so I don't want to name and shame or anything.
No, that's fine, bro.
He caught wind of what I was doing, and the thing is, I had to sign a contract to say, these are your new hours. You're getting half the hours you used to get, and I was on JobKeeper, but I had to work for every cent of that JobKeeper. Yeah, so this guy was basically paying me from the government. What the government was paying his company, he was paying me.
Yeah,
and trying to absolutely maximize out of that, get us to work as hard as we could and stay within that JobKeeper hours. You know what I mean? So once their business started picking up and getting busier, he wanted me on short notice, like, I need you tomorrow. And it's like, but dude, tomorrow's my designated day off, and so is the day after that and the day after that, and I've got work booked in. And he's like, oh, this is your priority. You should be coming here first. And I'm like, but you're not paying me to be on call.
Yeah.
And I've got guaranteed work there, and you want me to wait for your phone call. That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. No.
You know? What if you don't call?
Yeah.
I got no work.
You got no work,
I'm going to turn down this guaranteed work because you might call me.
Yeah.
That's so
Fuck
stupid.
out of here.
And knowing how the universe works,
And
like, if you went down that path, he wouldn't call you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, previous to COVID happening, I had never missed one day, never called in sick once. Anytime this guy wanted me to work through lunch, anytime he wanted me to stay back, I did it. I gave my heart and soul to them. And I thought, now you don't understand my situation at all, but you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And he actually, not publicly, but he actually sort of shamed me in front of other staff members when he wanted me in the next day, and I said, look, dude, I can't because I've got work. And then he basically said, well, this is what's going to happen from now on. He said, you're going to be coming in every morning and seeing where the work's at, and if there's no work, then you can go home. And I thought, okay. So he tried to basically say, I own your ass. And I thought, I'm not having that. I finished the car I was tinting, wrote my resignation, called Alex, said, this is what's going down. I'm handing this guy this resignation. She said, do what you got to do. And I walked in his office, closed the door without anyone else hearing, which is how he should have spoke to me in the first place.
Yeah, right.
Black professional, and said, I've been the perfect worker for you. And you speak to me like that, To me, respect is so important.
100%, man.
And you disrespect me like that, here's my notice. And this guy, honestly, didn't know which way to look. And I didn't really know what my plan was going to be. I knew that I had started getting these cashies and I could make a business with it, but really, I didn't know what I was going to do.
At that time, yeah.
At that time, it was like, but I didn't care because
No,
I thought,
that's-
I'm not putting up
Yeah.
with this.
It was the
shit.
universe talking to you, bro.
You know what
straight up.
I think, like, you know, you're saying before, like, you started a business before and you didn't have the confidence or the self-belief. You know? I think that moment you
Yeah.
fucking believed in yourself.
Oh,
It
You
was
were
like,
I did.
It was like muscle
Fuck
memory. Like, it
this.
That was the
awakening, yeah.
catalyst
Yeah.
right there. That
It was.
oomph that you needed.
yeah, you're like, fuck
It
this,
was.
I can
and
do
I
this.
bet you would have had the most the most comfortable shit at work after that too, if you needed to have a shit.
No, he would have.
He takes the shit but doesn't flush. He's like, fuck this place.
I'm out. See ya.
It's funny, you know. Actually,
He sits on the toilet backwards so it's on the front.
Reverse Kanga. Fuck your shit.
I was always a big Tupac fan, and like, I like he's a really interesting musician, and if you look into his life, a lot of struggles, and actually one of his first jobs was he worked at a pizza shop.
Yeah.
And I watched one of his interviews, and it was a really busy Friday night, and this boss was being a wanker, and he just goes, you know what? Fuck ya, and just left, threw his apron at the guy, and I kind of like remembered that story, and I was just like, you know, yeah.
You're imagining throwing tin at the guy.
I'm
He's
gonna
like,
throw my squeegee at this guy's head.
Walks out of the room. He's like,
Why?
"That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker."
Why is it? I thought of when you say you throw the tint, the fucking cellophane S that Superman fucking throws.
Yeah, instead of an apron, it's just a bit of fucking tint.
it's his initials.
Yeah. I can't get it off.
But this guy,
To this day, he's got it stuck on.
I hope so, because he had it so good with me. You know, all he needed to do was have enough respect to sort of say, look, we need to sit down and talk about what's going on. I really need you at the moment. But you know,
Is this the
he
guy
had to
that
be a
headhunted
cop.
you?
Hey,
Is this the business that headhunted you? Like you were tinting before, and then you got
Yes.
kind of headhunted
Yes.
to this other place, and you were like, "This is
They-
actually pretty fucking sick." And
Yeah.
you paid more and stuff like
exactly.
that.
And I had my wedding already, holidays booked. I had my honeymoon, so I said I can't start until the new year. So this guy, they waited 6 months for me to start
See,
there.
that's probably why he thought he had leverage over you. He's like,
Well,
"I've
he
done
did.
so much for you." Blah 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 blah. It's like, no, you wanted me.
You wanted me.
I own you.
Yeah. But I had seen how he spoke to other staff, and actually the guy who told me about the job, because there was two of us tinting, I said to him, look, man, I said, I'm not letting someone talk to me like that. I'm out of here. And he goes, and this is what he said to me. He goes, I'm used to it. And I was like, well, I'm never going to get used to that.
You don't need to put up with that shit.
If you value yourself, you respect yourself.
Yeah.
You're not going to let I don't care if it's the boss or the president or whoever, you know, that's like valuing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't fucking treat people like that.
No, money can't buy respect.
No, fuck no.
There's no,
Paulee B ain't no simp.
there's nothing
true,
wrong
you
with
can't, you know?
common courtesy.
Yeah.
Common courtesy goes a long way.
Yeah.
So,
Yo, but speaking of Tupac,
yeah.
I heard word on the street that Big Paulie over here knows how to spit some bars.
You're wearing a shirt with Tupac on it right now.
And Biggie, actually.
Tupac.
Trust nobody.
That's gangster.
Thank you.
You like to spit on bars? I hate your drinks.
You see him at, like, as a kid, like the
monkey bar's like,
he's just like
All right.
next kid's like, ah!
I'll give you 4 bars straight off the bat.
Hey Chris, wait, hold on. We're gonna pay for this kid or what?
I've got something set up.
4 bars. I fucked your bitch.
Here we go.
I've got nothing on my mind right now.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. It's been a long ass day. What can I say? This is the complete best way that I'd like to finish. Sitting back, drinking with my mates, talking a lot of shit about the places that we've been, experiences and things that we've seen. And I'm sitting back. I know these guys been smoking green. I quit that shit a long time ago, but it's all good. Here comes the Paulee B flow. You know, it's always gonna be good. Up in the Byford hood, I don't give a fuck, just like I should. Oh, and what can I say next? I'm sipping on the red wine, just drank another fucking Beck. Oh! And it's the best. Every single time I kick my freestyle just to make you smile. But I'm too scared, cause I got a big fucking gap in my teeth. If I squirt water through that shit, it'll be the Nile. I'm not in denial either. That's like Justin Bieber. He's a fucking bitch. Nah, just talking shit. What can I say next? Right. I don't want to fight. That's why I stay out of sight. You won't see me in a pub. I'm just at home with my bub. That's right. I just like getting some grub, having a feed.
It's a
quit that
Canadian
weed.
club.
And he distracted me. That's it.
Ah, shit.
Oh, shit.
They've
son.
been waiting a while, but it's finally here. Kicking a freestyle, sipping on some wine and some beer. Just to say cheers, just to say that I know that you guys are my bros. And I've never fucking had so much fun on a podcast, cause I'm having a blast. Never been on one of these before, so this will be my first and my fucking last. Nah, it'll probably be my first and there'll be another second. Keep the microphone always getting wrecked. Keep the microphone, put it in check. Bitch, just pay the check. What can I say? I'll be back in a sec.
Fuck
Nice.
That was off the top of the dome.
I DJ, cut that shit.
Yeah, that's straight up just trying to bust something out. I was on, on edge, nervous, so
all good,
I just
bro.
did my best.
That's all good, bro. It's fucking
Yeah.
good.
Thank
Probably
you.
been a little while. Probably what? The last time you done a freestyle would have been like down south.
Literally, I don't
Yeah.
put any time into it.
I've still got footage of that.
It's just a thing I do for fun.
That was a good fucking weekend, dudes.
That was
man.
an amazing
Like,
weekend.
That was a lot of fun. That was for your
Yeah.
30th, right? That was good times.
Thanks, guys. It was also us. It wasn't just my 30th. I think it was also like us lads celebrating the fact that we're all good dudes. We appreciate one another. No homo. We love each other. And we were actually able to get out of our houses after we had the really strict fucking lockdowns, and we could see each other and shit like that.
Yep.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
It was. It was. And that old guy telling us to shut up.
And like,
Oh, there'll be trouble. He's like, there'll be trouble.
That was a proud moment for us, like 30 plus dudes, like
Yeah.
not 30 people, but 30-year-old plus
30 plus people.
getting told you need to keep it down. It's like, it's only 10 o'clock, bro. It's all
And
good.
we're
We'll be
30.
asleep in half an hour.
Yeah.
Unless
We've
Chris
already taken our
realised-
meds.
What made me laugh was Robert. He was just like, the old guy was like, keep it down. Well, there'll be trouble. And then Robert was like, what's this fucking guy talking about? There's like 10 of us, 15 of us, and it's like fucking 50, 60 years old. Like, what's he going to do?
You didn't know?
But yeah, you never know. He could pull up and shoot the 12
Like an
gauge in
AK
the
or
air or
something.
something, I'll be like, yeah, Robert, you see? You don't fuck with the old man, Robert.
We're inside. Rob's still outside. He goes, "No, I've got my guys with me, guys." Oh shit!
Yeah,
That
Chris,
was
should we get down that creepy question you like getting involved?
Crazy question. I'm looking at the screen now. Chris,
Where do you keep your victims, bro? Nah.
Shit.
After you completely murder them on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap them in window tint and shit.
Get it? Wrap. Them in the window too?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, because I was in the car with you that time and you were like, when we were on our way down south, and you're like, I just don't like hilltop hoods and this and that, because they all every song sounds the same. And I was like, okay, some of their songs sound the same, but I was thinking about that, and I was like, have
never
you
said
heard
that.
like Stopping All Stations?
Yeah, I did say that, but
Man, honestly, there's a few hilltop songs if you listen to like how really cool on of a journey they can take you on. Like, they're really
no disrespect to Hilltop Hoods. I'm just not a huge fan of their music.
It's okay.
Yeah. But no, fair enough.
You're totally getting judged right now, Chris.
No. Shit.
No, I'm not too keen on the old Hilltop Hoods, but
There goes our 30
The heel stop
followers.
hoods.
Stop.
edit.
What's this crazy question anyway? I want to.
All right, let's travel down creepy lane. It's not really creepy, but what I want to ask you is, I ask all our guests that come on the show.
Collectively, because he doesn't want to seem alone. He's nervous.
Do I
Guys.
believe in aliens?
Let me ask
Knees
my
weak.
question.
Arms are heavy after eating all his spaghetti.
My question was, how was the spaghetti? No.
How's your bowels?
Yeah.
So Paul. Shit.
That wasn't funny like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, ask the question. I'm sorry.
Go.
Anyway, okay, the question is, have you ever had a paranormal experience throughout your years, whether it be the realm of maybe thinking that you've maybe felt a presence or something in the room, or you maybe seen something like that could be an apparition or a ghost, or even delve in a bit further that's non-paranormal but extraterrestrial wise? Like, have you ever seen lights in the sky or anything that you couldn't quite explain? Like, anything along those sort of lines? Anything at all?
No. but there was one thing.
The end.
Moving on.
Chris is like, oh.
When I was in Rome,
First episode he's been shut down on. Like,
Fucking hippie.
there's been a few. How can I say? There's been a few times I've been, it's been middle of the night, and
You've had to
my
pee.
hands on my dick. Nah. One time I was in Rome.
when
I was
in
on,
Rome.
I was on
When in
holiday
Rome. Hey.
and it happened not just in Rome, but anyway, I was traveling, seeing family in Europe. We'd finished being in the UK, finished being in Croatia. I was with my parents. This was when I was probably 21, 22.
So at least 17 years ago.
Anyway, something like that, like 10 years ago, and woke up in the middle of the night just with absolute like terrified feeling where like I couldn't move, like literally was just. It's really strange. I
The
woke
old
up
sleep paralysis. eh?
completely paralyzed, couldn't move, and I was like, it felt like there was something there. Like it felt like I don't know.
Someone's
Was
broken
the
in and
devil
come
or
right
something?
What do you mean? Like you felt like something was there?
Okay,
Like, you felt like
I
there was a presence in the room?
Scared out of
or-
my life, like something was there, and like I'm not even joking. I heard this like like laughing like right in my ear, and
Holy
like,
shit.
it was fucking scary, and it's happened to me twice in my life.
Wasn't your dad drunk and naked standing next to your bed?
Nah,
was it?
this
Okay.
was-
All I'm picturing right now is his dad running in with a hockey mask. Hey, Paul, you want to see my new hockey mask? Chainsaw? Ah!
Yeah, so I would say my parents are quite, as I've told you before. My parents are quite religious, not religious, but
They follow,
Dad-
they have a faith kind of thing.
we grew up going to church, going to Sunday school. They put us in Christian schools when we were kids and stuff. And to be honest, like I went off living my life, and I think I stopped. I don't want to go to church when I was like 12, 13. That was it. Never went back. I started to experiment and do all kinds of things, and really just turn my back on the whole thing. And through some, it's really strange. Through some certain tough times in my life, I felt like it's really weird, but because I never really thought that I would, but I kind of turned to those beliefs early that I sort of and turned to
I understand
a
what you're
faith
saying, yeah.
that I really didn't really realize I had, and for strength and sort of that's Christianity, and through that kind of I don't even know how to explain it, but I still think there is a higher presence. I'm not a believer in evolution. I believe that my beliefs is the world was designed and created. I think
By aliens? Yeah, okay, cool.
by aliens maybe, but I think there's a God. The world's too perfect to me. I feel like it's anyway. I feel like there's spiritual forces in this world.
I know you're having trouble trying to explain, but I think I know where you're coming from.
and I
you
think that
when you
night-
go through shit, you have something that
Sorry.
you look upon, and like that you have a belief, and that you kind of
I will say that
sense
there is a dark force in this world. There is evil people. There is evil. I'm telling you.
I believe that,
It's
yeah.
not just humankind. I've been around some bad people. I've been around some bad experiences, and there's a level of evil in the world that we honestly have no idea how deep it goes. And to me, there's two forces. And okay, why I'm bringing this up is because that night that I felt that and heard that, I feel that was that dark force,
okay.
and not like the force is.
No.
It's not like there's a bunch of Star Wars in this room right now.
I'm just saying that. Right. From what
I get what you were trying to explain before when you said like you go back to those beliefs where it's like a sense of when you're going through shit, you kind of look towards the light for guidance, and it makes you feel better about what's going on in life. Like you feel like you have someone looking down on you in a sense. Is that what you're kind of going with? Like you feel like you can almost like in prayer brings relief.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean
definitely. I feel like if
prayer. Prayer.
Yeah, you can offload. There's so much in life, as in like the life that we live and the life we go through. There's so much that it's out of our control.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so much uncertainty, and sometimes it's so much to deal with that, like with me and my faith, like I can offload that uncertainty and just go, you know what, it's in your hands. Like I don't need to worry. I don't need to figure it all out. For me believing in God and me believing with the fact that what I've grown up with, it kind of, it's a refuge in troubled times and you know, also it makes me be grateful. Like, okay, one example is like one of the things that happens in my family is like before we eat, for instance, like one of my uncles will say grace, right? Yeah. And you know, if there is a God or there isn't a God or you know any of that, at the end of the day, we all appreciate and remember and sort of focus on what we've got and say thanks for it. And it's like a gratitude.
I respect that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's really cool. It's like a reminder. Sorry to spit everywhere, but
That's what these are for.
that's what happens when you're missing a tooth. It's like a reminder of this is all the good we've got, and let's focus on this and let's be like happy about that. And it can just really. So
you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, life can be cruel and unfair, and when you have a faith in something, it can bring comfort and stability in your life. You know what I mean? When you know, join people together, whether it's in prayer or some sort of commune.
Even something as small as like what you're saying there, having that gratitude towards like something like a meal. It's like people take that for granted.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like,
They
you know,
do.
there's people out there that can't have a meal. You know, so sitting down and whether it's through a form of faith, you know, where you sit down and you have that grace and you have that appreciation and gratitude towards that wholesome meal sitting in front of you ready to go, or if it's just a case of, you know, if you're not that way inclined but you maybe more spiritual or more maybe just more open-minded and appreciate the little things in life, you sit there and go, wow, this slice of plain white bread is amazing. And I'm so grateful this is on my plate. Like, I'm not making fun of like white bread. I'm just saying like it's a simple
It
piece
is,
of
man.
food.
Like
yeah.
I think the same way in certain aspects in life. Like, you know, whether you're a person of faith or religion or whatever, when you're really down in the dumps or shit seems to be at your lowest, I know for me sometimes when things get pretty shit or pretty bad, I think, okay, let's go back to the basics here. Do I have a roof over my head? Do I have clean water? Do I have food to eat? Do I have clothes? And when you really check those boxes of just the minimal bare necessities, and you have those, you kind of go, okay, I'm actually okay. And I think a lot of people just need to just sit down and break down those little things just to put things back into perspective and
we
just
don't know
really
hardship. We don't know war. We don't know.
That's exactly right. Where we are, we're pretty lucky.
And that's exactly. And like, and anyway, I mean, humans have their ideas about how we started, about where life began, and all of that. But at the end of the day, we don't really know. I mean, we don't really know. And so for me, believing in something, whether it's evolution or whether it's God or whatever it else, it's like, instead of me constantly trying to search for these answers, it's like you can just be
happy with what you got.
You know, don't be happy with what you got, but I think believing in something's better than constantly being on a search for no answers. Because I was on that search for no answers for so long, and I was like, nah, I'm not believing that shit.
But at the same time, when it comes to like the stuff that I'm into, for example, like UFOs and all that sort of stuff, in researching this sort of stuff, it does lead you with asking more questions and getting answers. But at the same time, that's what makes it really exciting and just wants you. I don't know, it's kind of the
curiosity.
The curiosity and the thirst for more is so intriguing and to be honest, I think there's nothing wrong with that. But
it depends if you're satisfied. If you're satisfied, and you know everyone's got a different level of satisfaction. If they're satisfied that they don't need to know more, you know,
and that's cool.
Then they're gonna be.
I respect that.
So it's like, is what I know enough? Can I sit with that? Can I live the rest of my life with that, or do I still need to keep searching? Like, and it's like, you know, you get your answers when they're meant to come. Like, sometimes if you believe something, it's real. It's really weird. Like, if you don't believe something, it can be real if you believe it. Do you know what I mean?
Some things, if you put too much thought into it and craziness, it does become real to yourself in certain aspects. I do get that,
but I would say, like, with me, like, consciousness, like.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Okay,
that's another bag of worms.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we have like a shared consciousness because we have our own consciousness when we're by ourselves, but when we're when we're together, like then we're sharing that moment and we're sharing that consciousness anyway. Well, long story short, humans are meant to be together. We're not meant to be isolated too much. This kind of having a few of us around, like it's awesome. It's just so cool to, it's cool to be with people. We're meant to be
This
with
sense
people.
of community it's cool.
It kind of might be a little bit of a tangent, but like, it's a very quick one. But it's going on that note of like, we're meant to be together. We are. We're a herd species. Like we're supposed to be around other people. That's how we evolve. We procreate. We pass those genetics down and those thoughts and those memories and things down through our genes and whatever. But what you're saying, like we're supposed to be together and stuff like that. Like obviously right now in the world, it's a very segregated world at the moment. Like everything is separate,
Very divided,
isolated, divided.
It's always been like that.
It's always been like that.
It's just normal. It is what it is.
It's just more public now.
It's more public now, and it's been brought more to it. Like it's like literally in the light at the moment. Like it's more apparent.
Yeah. There'll be more
but
wars.
there's, like-
big wars too.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
But like what you're saying, with like things like this, like we're all together in this room together. We're hanging out, having a few drinks, talking about things that we believe in, and our opinions on things and experiences that we've had and stuff like that as well. Going back into like previous episodes where we talked to previous guests, like for instance back in episode 11, which came out today when we're recording this, Uncle Craig mentioned listening to us or listening to podcasts and stuff like that are funny or talk about relevant events.
Yes.
It makes him feel like, and he's not the only person, like we've had other people that work away have said that it makes them feel like they're there in the room with us.
Part of the moment.
Part of the moment.
Yeah.
They're connected kind of thing. So in a way,
Straight up.
we live in a very pretty cool time where even though we're not necessarily connected, we can still stay somewhat connected to keep us still.
And that's
present
so special. I love that.
It's
I
not
love
the same.
that. That's so cool.
But it's not the same.
It's not
Like,
the
we
same.
still need
You need to.
you still need that human contact.
Yeah, you do. You do. I think in Western, because I've traveled, I got family in Europe, and their way of life is so different. They meet up every night. They're together.
Yeah.
This
Culture,
society that we've live in here in Perth or here in the Western countries, it's go to work. You see your wife or your partner when you get home. But catch ups and things like that. It's really got to be organized, and it's not just like a normal thing just to be like all together. It's like something sort of special that happens once in a while. And it's like, but that's just the society we live in now. It's like, you know what I mean? It's ruled by money, ruled by work.
and you can get caught in it.
Exactly. What do we need most? What are you going to remember at the end of your 80 years of life or whatever? You're going to look back and think, oh, look how much is in my account. Because you're about to die. You're going to remember all those
You ain't taking that with you when you die.
You're going to remember all those times with the people you love, and you're going to remember all of that. And all of that is so important. But we get so caught up in,
No, you're making some damn good points
I
there,
need
dude.
to get
Absolutely.
that. But we've got so much already. Just look around you. Like, what are you really missing? Like,
Yeah.
what is it that,
I value friendship and family
Yeah.
over fucking money any day, man.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
the comfort and the sense of, like you said, like family and friends, like that's more overpowering than anything. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it should be about, like community and family and friends,
And
like,
that's missing.
and enjoying the time together when you're all together.
We don't
and
get
you
that
cherish
time.
those moments, and you'll have those moments when you're in dark and shit times. You remember the good times, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's what brings people out into the light after the shit. So,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask my man for words of wisdom, but fuck, he just gave us a whole fucking paragraph of words of wisdom. So shit, I guess that skips that
I was just
question.
thinking, this is the perfect time to ask that golden question and just be like, give us some fucking words of wisdom. Because you're giving us like 10 fucking different words of wisdom. We're like, fuck, we are the 4 wise men of the round table.
hell with it.
It's good sharing
go on,
ideas.
fuck it. Give us your words of wisdom.
no,
After
My
all
word,
that,
fuck it. So go.
I want to hear what if you were put.
Yeah.
Cameras are on you right now, and you've got air to the whole world right now, and you've got to give some words of wisdom to the world. What would you say?
Like
Slow-
literally right now, cameras
Yes.
on you.
Slow, write down. Look at the people you love the most and tell them and remind them every single day, because they could be taken away from you in the blink of an eye, and you never get that chance ever again. Like, don't turn around to your partner and say, oh, you didn't do the washing, or get pissed off at them for the smallest things, because you just don't know how fragile life is. Like, appreciate them to the fullest extent. Don't, even as guys, if she's not putting out or she doesn't look as pretty as she was when you first met her, if she dies in a car accident tomorrow, you're going to think, well, what the fuck was wrong with me that I stopped appreciating her for something so superficial when she was such a beautiful person? Like, there's beauty skin deep. Like, that's what I would say in terms of relationships, like with your partner. Like, I've realized that, like, it's just appreciate the people around you, because you just don't know how much time you got with them or how much time they've got with you. So, like, that is just number one. Like, always, like, appreciate them. Like, it's so easy to get distracted and caught up in,
You don't get time back.
there's so many things you
Yeah,
can find
you're right,
to
Ray.
whinge
True.
about. You don't get time back, and you can whinge about this and whinge about that, but there's so much you've got right there in your hand that you don't really appreciate. And like we said before, like about clothes on your back and food and all of this, and but for some
basics,
reason
yeah.
we think we've got this idea that I need this and I need better and I need this, but we've got so much already, and it's never enough. It's that never-ending hunger for more because you don't have it, but you do have it. And I think when you're really truly happy is when you actually start to realize what you've got already and stop feeling like you're missing out or feeling like you need this or you need that, when you can be satisfied. And yeah, you can't take money with you to the grave. Yeah, you can't get your time back.
No.
And you can't get loved ones back or moments with loved ones back. That is number one above everything. Make time for people you love. Make time for them. There is always time. You say, I'm busy. Oh, we'll catch up soon. Just fucking make time for them.
Yeah.
Time
There
is everything.
There is time for people.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you prioritize it, you got time to, to go on Facebook, and you got time to go on Instagram and like all these random people's photos. You got time to fucking call your mum and say, I love you. You got time to go fucking drop in and see your neighbor and see if they're doing all right. Or, how you going, mate? How's things? I'm here for you. We just need to be there for each other and like love each other and see what's important, because there's so many distractions. There's so many fucking distractions. That's my words of wisdom.
I love it.
Appreciate you, my
Love it,
man.
love it.
And just want to say that was episode 12 with the man,
Paulee B.
Paulee B.
Paulee Bumblebee.
Appreciate you for coming out, man. And thank you
Thanks,
for
boys.
sitting down with us. Boys, anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Yeah, so you never saw any UFOs ring, did you?
Don't answer that fucking
Well, I
question.
saw this fucking BMW fly past with dark tint and had this
shit.
weird fucking big head, and I was like, that could be a spaceship. And then I realized it was Ray.
Nah, good, man. Look, thank you for coming on, bro. It's been an
My pleasure.
awesome insight
Thank you for
into
having
you,
me.
your beliefs, your view of life, your words of wisdom, everything, man. Like you're a wonderful human being. And wish you all the best. We wish you all the best. Shout out to Tint-My-Motor.
Yeah.
You
Tint-My-Motor, people. Check it
on
out.
all
shut the
social
fuck up, Chris.
platforms.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry,
doing a plug.
Mum.
I'm
I've
doing-
got caster tint. I'll talk to you soon.
If you're looking for a little bit of privacy in the backseat of your car, Tint-My-Motor. If you're sick of your windows being smashed when you leave your gym bag in the back seat because you're a stupid idiot, Tint-My-Motor.
Exactly. And if you're sick of going through 40-degree days, getting scolded by the sun through your window,
Tint-My-Motor.
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 All right, thanks for listening. And shout out to our first time and last time listeners. We're going to be back in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. See you guys soon.
Appreciate
Love
you all, man.
Stay safe and be humble. Bye.
Peace. Bye.